Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time of the country where you are actually listening to me right now. Welcome to our family corner. We are still on the exposition of parent-child training, parent-child upbringing, parent-child nourishment, parent-child goal, as the Lord has commanded in the book of Proverbs 22 verse 6, that we should train up a child the way he should go in life. So we are looking at Christian types of parenting style, and we've discussed authoritative parenting style. Then this day we want to look at authoritarian parents. Authoritarian parent is the direct opposite of authoritative parent. Authoritarian is different from authoritative. This is because the authoritarian is the direct opposite of authoritative parent, and we've said that in authoritative parent there is warmness of parent and responsiveness from parent. So but in authoritarian parent style there is high level of warmness, but discipline with corporal punishment is followed. So in this parenting style, the child or children in this situation suffered. Yeah, the child or the children are the object of the parenting style in this situation. This is because there is a breach of relationship between parents and their children. In this type of parents, the parents create gap between themselves and their children in this situation, and that's why most pastors fall into this category. Most church leaders, most men of God fall into this category, and that is why devil is taking advantage of this, because the church leaders seems to be carried away by church activities, and because of this they have little or no time for their children, and then their children turn out to be something else. And that's most of the time when you hear, hey, this lady, she's a prostitute, hey, yeah, and her father is a pastor, and her mother is an evangelist, and her mother is a church leader, her mother is a prayer warrior, her father is a founder of a church, and so on. So you'll be hearing all of this. Why? Because there's a gap between their children and the parents. So parents don't have time for their children in this type of parenting style. And also parents, they use corporal punishment a lot to instill discipline into their children, and they don't tolerate any misbehavior or bad character from their children. So there is a high level of corporal punishment, and because of this the children tend to keep to themselves in most time, and there is a separation. So there is no boyfriend girlfriend parent relationship in this type of family setting, because the children believe that their parents don't have their time. So most of the time children in this family suffer a lot because their confidence is outside, not within the home. And that is why you find that most of the time some girls run out from the house or abscond from homes, and then click up to a boyfriend or to a one man somewhere, and then some boys click up to their friends on the street and then survive by that means on the street, because their parents don't really have time for them, and because of high level of discipline at the same time, because at every slight mistake or error they receive beating. So parents at this situation that try to uses corporal punishment to instill discipline, and because of this the children tend to perform very poor or poorly in their academic pursuit. The children tend to have low esteem, children tend to have low self-confidence, children tend to behave aloof or live a isolated lifestyle even in the social environment, and that makes them to have socialization problem. So they keep to themselves all the time. In the classroom they are always alone. If there is no lecture, there is no teacher, you see them, they remain quiet because of what? Background. So their background actually affect their level of socialization, their background affect their level of cognitive reasoning, their background affect their level of academic performance, their background affect their level of psychological reasoning, their background affect their physiological being, their background affect their academic performance in quotes. So children in this family face such problem under this authoritarian parenting lifestyle. In fact, some even force course that the child or the children will study in the higher institution because the child don't have a say, and that's why at times a child who tends to keep to the family standard, most of the time you will have one aunty on the street that gives her counseling, and before you know, some don't even know when their daughters start menstruating under this parenting because they don't have time for their children. So it's